Good afternoon. My name is Mark Skidmore. I'm the director of the North Central Regional Center for Rural Development, and welcome to today's webinar. We actually have two webinars today, and it's a part of the Opioid Programming webinar series. I'm also serving as the Extension Opioid Crisis Response Work Group Coordinator, and our goal in hosting these webinars is to learn more and get feedback on different types of programming related to opioids and drug and substance abuse, so that others within throughout the country within cooperative extension can assess and try to find a good fit for the circumstances and the situation in their own state. And so today's first webinar is about the LifeSkills training program, and we have Lindsay Hughes, who is an extension educator out of the University of Delaware, the College of Agriculture and Natural Resources. And so before I turn it over to her, for the participants, if you have any questions that you'd like to ask along the way, you can use the chat feature down below. Just type your question in, and Lindsay can answer it either along the way or at the end. Also, as we approach the end of the webinar, I'm going to bring this up to the link. This is the assessment tool, and it just is an opportunity for you to provide feedback for us so that we can share the different components of the program with others within Extension so they can find the match that is the best fit for them. So with that, Lindsay, thanks for being on, and I'll turn it over to you. Thanks.
Hello. So I'm just going to tell you a little bit about the BOTFINS program, so you have to let me know if you have any questions and we can hopefully answer those. Okay, so what is the BOTFIN Life Skills Program first? I want to go ahead and touch on that first. So it was developed by Dr. BOTFIN. He's a leading prevention expert. So life skills training is backed by over 30 scientific studies, and it is recognized as a model of exemplary program by an array of government agencies, including the U.S. Department of Education and the Center for Substance Abuse Prevention. It's also a research-validated substance abuse program proven to reduce the risk of alcohol, tobacco, drug abuse, opioid misuse, and violence by targeting the major social and sociological factors. Comprehensive prevention program that provides adolescents and young teens with the confidence and skills necessary to successfully handle challenging situations. BOTFIN Life Skills also prevents healthy alternative to risky behaviors through activities designed to teach students the necessary skills to resist the peer pressure so that they're not smoking, they're not drinking, and they're not using other drugs as well. It also helps the students to develop greater self-esteem and self-confidence. So it also enables students to effectively cope with anxiety. And it helps to increase their knowledge of the immediate consequences of substance abuse as well. So the effectiveness of the program. So as you can see here on the chart below, the green on the left-hand side is students that did not have the LST program. The blue represents the students that have had the LST program. So as you can see that there is a reduction or reduces in the tobacco of 87%, alcohol by 60%, marijuana by 75%, polydrug by 66%, and methamphetamine by 68%. And then the curriculums that are offered through BOTFINS are the elementary curriculum, middle school curriculum, high school curriculum, and the parent program are the ones that we offer. So first I'm going to go ahead and talk about the elementary curriculum. So it has 8 lessons that are about 30 to 45 minutes long, and it targets 3rd through 6th grades. There are actually 3 levels of the elementary curriculum. The topics that are covered are self-esteem, decision-making, smoking information, advertising, dealing with stress, communication, social skills, and assertiveness. The elementary level 1 curriculum costs. So this will be some of the factors that you can look at here. So you could purchase either a student guide, which is 10 pack, so $50, teacher's manual, which is $85, training set, which is one teacher manual, and the student guide, which is $95, and then the curriculum set, which is one teacher's manual and 30 student guides, which is $235. Then we have the middle school curriculum, which it has 15 lessons that are about 45 minutes to 1 hour long. It targets 6th through 9th grade. This curriculum also has 3 different levels. It targets very similar to what the elementary has, some of the lessons, except for it goes a little bit more in depth, like the self-image, self-improvement, making decisions, smoking myths and realities, smoking and biofeedback, alcohol myths and realities, marijuana myths and realities, advertising, violence in the media, coping with anxiety, coping with anger, communication skills, social skills A and B. There's actually 2 lessons for social skills. One of them actually helps to build for the students to feel more confident in interacting with other people. Then the other lesson helps to practice techniques in arranging for social events, assertiveness, and then resolving conflicts as well. So then we have the middle school level 1 curriculum cost, and this only is the level 1, so there's a cost for each different level. So student guide, 10 pack, $60. Teacher's manual, which is $85. Then the training set, so you get a little bit of everything there, $125. The curriculum set, which they give you 30 student guides instead of 1 versus the training set, and that's $295. Then we have the prescription drug abuse, which they've just come out with here recently, and this targets the 6th through 9th graders. And it's 50 minutes long for the lesson. It's supposed to be integrated into the middle school lesson or used as a standalone component by itself. It's intended to be implemented after the middle school assertiveness lesson. They also have it in print or they have it in digital module. So the topics covered in this lesson are: what are prescription drugs, commonly abused prescription drugs, myths and realities of prescription drugs, resist pressure to abuse prescription drugs, and then the refusal skills. How are they going to be able to refuse those prescription drugs? Prescription drug abuse curriculum cost. So they have it in both the digital and the print. So if you receive the digital one, then it's going to be the cost per teacher with an unlimited access to the students. 20 to 25 minute for digital component, and then 20 to 25 minute of offline activities that they can do together. So $200 for that. Then you have the print module, which can go along with the other curriculums. And the cost is per teacher and includes teacher's manual that you can insert into your middle school curriculum that you would already have. And then plus 100 worksheets. And that's also $200. Then you can buy an additional pack of 100 student worksheets for $39.99. Then we're going to talk about the high school curriculum. And this is 7 high school lessons that are about 45 minutes long, and it targets the 9th and 10th graders. There is actually only one one high school level. They don't have a level in 2 or 3 to this one. So the topics that are covered are the value of good health, decision making for health, risk taking and substance abuse, the media and health, managing stress, anger, and other emotions, family communication, and healthy relationships. The high school curriculum cost, so you can buy the student packs, so you can get a pack of 10 of them for $60, the teacher's manual for $85, the training set, so 1 teacher manual and 1 student guide for $95, the curriculum set, so teacher's manual and 30 student guides for $265. Then we have the parent curriculum. And this is designed for parents of students that are in 6th through 9th grades. So you can incorporate this with those parents into what those students are learning into their lessons in school. Can be taught as a parenting workshop or an individual use at home for the parents to do. And the topics covered in this curriculum are the Life Skills Training Parent Program Orientation to get them aware of what's going on with the curriculum, family communication, parental monitoring, being a good role model, use of appropriate and consistent discipline, effects and warning signs of substance use, taking a clear stand on drugs. Parent curriculum costs. So as you can see here, there are several different ways that you can purchase this curriculum. So you can either buy it as a parent guide and a DVD, a 5-pack, a 10-pack, workshop guide set, so 1 leader's guide and 1 DVD and the 20 workshop guides, the training set, so 1 parent guide, leader's guide, 1 DVD, and 1 parent guide, or just the leader's guide, 10-pack of workshop guides, and workshop 20-pack. And the training that we've done with parents, it's actually very nice for all of the parents to sit there and talk together and get ideas off of each other of how to work with their students during this time of things that are happening on with drugs and alcohol. So the training process that is available here with Botvins, the training workshop fee is $1,070. The workshop includes a 2-day training, a participant's manual, printed PowerPoint presentation that would go with you, the insert, so Adult Learning 12 Principal Cards, Princeton Health Press Catalog, certification to use the NHPA, which is the National Health Promotion Association, training model, and workshops, technical assistance for your site, so any help that you need. Then the access to the TOT Resource Center, and that also, on any of those resources are like the PowerPoint presentations, the planning workbook, evaluation tools, fidelity checklist, curriculum alignment, classroom assessment, and then also training certificate templates. So there are some requirements before someone can become a train the trainer. They have to have a completion of life skills provider training workshops. They have to implement at least 1 level of the LST program for a full cycle before they can take this workshop. So then now I'm going to tell you a little bit about the University of Delaware and the 4-H program that we have here. So we have been teaching for the program for about over 15 years through grant-funded programs. We have reached over 5,000 youth. We teach either in schools, after school, and community-based settings. At the end of our grant cycles, we take all of the pre-tests and the post-tests for all of the Delaware 4-H youth that we've taught, and we send it off to be evaluated by the National Health Promotion Association. The evaluation comes back to us and is broken down into different categories, including the knowledge and attitudes on anti-smoking, anti-drug use, life skills, relaxation, social skills, advertising, communication, pro-smoking attitudes, pro-drinking attitudes, and drug refusal skills as well. So now here are the 4-H or the results that we've seen. So these are our results from last year. So we have found that 96% of students said that they would say no when someone tries to get them to smoke a cigarette, cocaine, or other drugs. 93% of students said that they would say no when someone tries to get you to drink beer, wine, or liquor. 93% of students said that they would say no when someone tries to get them to smoke marijuana. 90% of students said that they would say no when someone tries to get you to sniff glue, paint, gas, or other things to get high. And then 91% of students indicated that they learned there is something they can do besides go along with the peer pressure. So now, any questions? Okay, so I see one here at the bottom. Does the parent curriculum focus on a certain developmental period, or can it be used in conjunction with all of the youth versions? Botvins actually would like the curriculum to be used along with the middle school area, that age range for middle school. Because of the things that are targeted in that curriculum, it goes right along with that in the parent lessons as well. Any other questions? You're welcome, Allison. What is the source of
Lindsay,
the grant?
oh,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Okay, good. What are the source of grants that we use? We actually have funding that is through the Department of Children's Services. That's where we get our funding through. Yes, we give out a pre and a post test evaluation in the beginning. And then in the very end, we also give out the post test. Once we compile all those at the end of our grant cycle, we send those off to BotFins and they go ahead and compile all of the information and send back the evaluation for all of the Delaware results to us. And here I can also bring back up the results if anybody wanted to see these again. So here are the results that we found through Delaware. And Allison asked about a state level. We actually teach this program statewide. So we have staff that are teaching statewide.
Well, Lindsay, I was just going to ask about the pre-test, post-test, so Karima got in ahead of me. Well, okay, while we're waiting for any additional questions to come out, I would... Oh, uh-oh. I don't know what happened to the evaluation. Can you all see the evaluation that I just tried to put out?
Yes, it's actually sitting right in front of my screen.
Oh, okay. Well, if you'll click on that link, it'll take you to an evaluation tool that helps us, be able to provide feedback about this program and all the other programs that we're showcasing. It's very strange that I can't see it.
Oh.
Well, somebody from the participant, among the participants, just say a note saying, "Is it there?" Because I'm a little worried. Okay, there it is. Yep. All right, good. Well, good. Are there any other questions from the participants? Well, thanks everyone for joining us, and Lindsay, thanks for sharing about this program. It looks like it's fairly affordable to be able to implement. Do you have a sense of having trained? What is it about or conducted the training and reached out to the numbers of students that you have? How much money you have spent on the program so far?
Mostly, I would say is the curriculum is what we've spent the most on. And then I've also done some trainings, but we've actually had some funding come in for the trainings. So we actually have had a contact with public health, and they've actually have been providing all of the curriculum, so it hasn't come out of our budget. But they've been providing all the curriculum to the trainings that I've been.
Oh, that's
teaching.
great.
Yeah, they've been wonderful to work with.
So I think that's one of the great things that Extension does is create these partnerships and be able to reach out in that way.
Yes.
Well, okay. It doesn't look like any additional questions are coming in. We will go ahead and put everything on hold right now, but we do have a second presentation coming up at 2 p.m. looking at Generation RX. So we hope that you can join us for that as well. Again, thank you for providing feedback. And Lindsay, thanks for sharing this program. That's really great. Appreciate it.
No problem.
Okay. All right. Have a good afternoon.
You too.